leadership of Maine. This is the leadership of most of the Northeast. Right? Is that the room that I'm in?
Yeah.
Is that the room that I'm in? Cool. Because we're going to dive in, and again, we'll keep this very kind of open dialogue. This definitely will be a time you'll probably want to write some things down. So you want to grab paper, pen, all of that. We're going to dive into some perspective on what's been going on within the ViSal's world, and then really get into the new challenge, what's making it tick, and what we can do as a leadership group to take 100 people and turn it to 1,000 people, because I think that's the goal of everybody in the room. True?
Yes.
Cool. So I'm going to start off, guys, just giving you just some quick, high-level perspective. How many of you have been with ViSal's less than a year? Okay, so about half the room, less than a year. Less than 2 years? And everybody else. Okay, so a lot of you have come in over the last 2 years. Pretty much this whole market was non-existent a couple years ago. And I know you came into a whirlwind. Okay? And when I say a whirlwind, like it's been a crazy whirlwind of energy. You know, in terms of the pace at which things have been moving, the pace at which some people have qualified, maybe some of your own stories as regional director, I know ambassadors. And I know sometimes we get so focused on running kind of month to month, which is a great focus. You know, how many of you guys are focused on winning February right now, right? And I know last month was a great month for a lot of people. But sometimes we're so focused on the now that you don't even really have the overall perspective of really what you're a part of, you know, as leaders of a company. So I want to give you just some quick numbers. And these are things, they're great for you to write down just so you're kind of armed with information when you're promoting your challenge parties, you're recruiting. But they're also good things just for you as leaders, because I'm in a room of leaders, right?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
For you as leaders, just to kind of understand really what you're helping kind of create. You heard me in the presentation talk about nearly 1.5 million people who joined the challenge last year. I just want to give you some context to that. That's nearly almost triple where we were the year prior, and nowhere even close on the map where we were in 2010. That's a pretty crazy trajectory that we're on. You heard me say over 500 million shakes served. Here's the way I look at those numbers. I look at nearly 1.5 million people joining the challenge and nearly 500 million shakes served. And I look at that, that's 1.5 million people that decided to make a lifestyle shift from maybe fast food, right, to our shakes. Or 500 million times someone decided to put something healthy in their body than something unhealthy. You guys, those are numbers that you should be proud of as leaders. I know a lot of you contributed to those numbers over the last couple of years. You know, and how many of you right now are getting your product for free? Wow, a lot of people. So last year we gave away over 400,000 free challenge kits. Again, nearly triple where we were the year prior. This one's interesting. We actually innovated the 3 for Free program. We were the first company to come up with the 3 for Free program back in 2009 when we launched the challenge. And we created the program really because we just wanted to remove the price objection, right? So people can get on the challenge. We wanted everybody to be able to transform their body. It's funny today to watch the number of things that come through my desk. Being, you know, in the role that I'm in, promoters send me all kinds of stuff. And I get a new email or a new message like every day from some new company within the network marketing direct selling space that's launching their 3 for Free program. How many of you guys have prior in direct sales, network marketing prior to ViSal's? Okay, how many of you guys is ViSal's your first kind of leap in this world? Okay, so most of you. So a lot of you don't understand kind of the industry context. It's crazy how many copycat type companies there are, you know, chasing what we're doing right now. And a lot of that's doing the 3 for Free program. It's like a new company every day launches their program. We force an entire industry to respond to this program. An entire industry is having to respond to implement their own 3 for Free because they actually can't compete without it, because in ViSal's you can get your product for what? Free, right? And if you're in another company and you can't get it for free, well, that's a disadvantage. So it's interesting to watch an idea now, you know, create the traction and now spur an entire industry that's existed for nearly a century to have to respond to that. But what I love most is, well, you know, companies are launching programs and can say, well, we're launching our 3 for Free program. ViSal's can say, that's great. We gave away 400,000 free kits last year. And I'm a firm believer that documentation beats conversation. How many of you guys would agree with me right now? Right?
Every time.
So something we should be proud of. What's the most important position to hit in the marketing plan? Okay. Help someone hit director in the first how many days? 30, and we call that becoming a rising star. Why is that important?
Believe.
Strong start, success.
It's motivational.
Momentum.
Success, the more excited they'll be about helping other people see the same success.
Yep. I think all those are good answers, right? Kind of down to the practicality. When a brand new person gets started, right, and they hit director, en route, that means they get what? They get paid. And how many of you guys can remember the first time you got paid, right? And it might not be a big check, right? It might just be a weekly Monday check, but you get paid. And in your mind, it doesn't matter how big that check is. When you get paid for the first time, in your mind, you say, hey, this works. Your belief goes what? Up. Your motivation goes what? Up. And you actually want to do more. All of that happens when you help a new person become a rising star. Last year, we helped nearly 35,000 people become rising stars for the first time. I'm proud of that number, okay? When I just asked how many people, is this your first time in the entrepreneurial realm or direct sales realm, it was the majority of you. It's probably the majority of you. And you got to keep that in mind. The majority of people that become promoters, it's the first time. They're getting way outside their comfort zone, right? And a lot of people, they're brought up in environments where they don't see themselves as entrepreneurs. They don't see themselves as, successful business people. Right? So when they make that decision, that's a big decision. They go home, they got to have the conversation with their significant other, right? All that stuff when they become a promoter. To me, it doesn't take a BMW for someone to be successful. It doesn't take $1 million check or a six-figure income. For me, a rising star is a success. They've made back their startup costs. They're making an extra couple $100 a month. They're running a profitable business. A rising star is a what? Is a what? Is a what?
Success.
Success, right? We did that for 35,000 people last year. That's something we should be very proud of. Again, nearly double what we were just 12 months before that. 3 for free stars and
Cars.
that, right? You heard me say at the presentation, we just passed 15,000. 15,000. Guys, 8,000 new BMW qualifiers last year alone. 8,000. That's not normal. Okay? That's not a normal. What's that company that give away like pink Cadillacs? I was up in Toronto 2 Saturdays ago for a regional event, and Kevin Lapmore, one of our 5-star ambassadors, you guys probably know Kevin, he was on stage, he was telling a story, and I guess he did some homework in digging into some of the Mary Kay numbers. Because Mary Kay's been around a long time. Okay? Mary Kay's up to 2,200 pink Cadillacs. Perspective. Okay? They've been around a long time. 2,200 pink Cadillacs. My Salas just passed what? Just passed what? Just passed what? Because that is ridiculous. Not normal. Okay? And I shared this with you because some of you stick with this long enough, you're going to have dozens, you're going to have hundreds. Some of you will end up having thousands of BMW qualifiers in your organization. It's inevitable. You run the play over and over and over again. You help enough people, you stay the course, you focus long enough, you'll have hundreds, you'll have thousands of these in your group. Never forget the importance of that newest person who just qualified for that car. How many of you, and we can be honest in the room, don't raise your hand, it's not the truth. How many of you, when you got your BMW, it was actually like a paradigm shift for you as an individual, right? And that's a lot of people. And it's not for everybody, right? For some people, it's like, oh, it's another nice car, right? For some people, it's like they grew up in a household where they never thought they'd ever have a new car, let alone a BMW. And when they sitting there and they're like, pressing the start button, and you guys live in freaking Maine, you needed heated seats, right?
Yeah.
Heated seats, heated steering wheels, like you were doing Maine a service by putting a BMW in every driveway. I couldn't even. I live in California, and I put the seat heater on every time I get in the car. Never forget that feeling. Because for that brand new regional director, it might be your 40th, it might be your 400th, it might be your 4,000th. It's just as important for them as it was for you. Make it an experience for that newest regional director. Does that make sense to you guys? Help enough people drive a BMW, pretty soon you're wearing a black jacket. Okay. 404 last year. 404. We're not, like I said, we're approaching 800 people that qualify for ambassador. Guys, not normal. For those of you, since I know most of the room has no context of this industry, Usually with inside the direct selling walls, you may have a half a dozen to a dozen of these equivalent type promotions in a year. And that is like the biggest deal ever. We had over 400. The rate that we are producing six-figure income earners is crazy. It's crazy. How many of you guys think that's exciting? It is. It's exciting, but I'm going to give you a warning. Okay? I look at these numbers and I'm like, this is just not normal. It's exciting, it's momentum, it's a factor of our message, our model, right? The leadership, the environment that you're helping create. But I'll give you guys a warning with all of this. And it may be true of this market, it may not. I don't know. You know more than I would. But there's a lot of markets that I'm seeing that it's almost as if the growth of their business, the success, and in many cases the income, sometimes actually outpaces the personal growth, personal development, and leadership. And I'll just throw that out there. It's not a bad thing, but it's been interesting to watch over the Visalis community at just the velocity that people are running. And some people are just hitting positions, and I'm not going to call it too easy. It's exciting, you know. But you got to understand, guys, that's not normal. And since most of you in the room are not from this industry, let me explain to you how this normally works. You get started in a home-based business. You fail. You get rejected. You fail again. You fail some more, you get more rejected. You almost have success, and then you fail. And then you fail some more, and if you do that long enough, and you're the last person standing, and you get beat up long enough, eventually you make it. That's the normal process. For those of you guys that have been in the industry before, am I telling the truth or am I telling the truth? Because that's where I come from. Right? That's where I look at what's going on in my sales walls, like, it's crazy. But understand, and you know, don't get me wrong, if you gave me the option of fail, 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 succeed, or succeed, but then go learn, I'll take the latter any day of the week. Would you guys agree with me on that one, right?
Yeah.
But just understand, either way, you have to learn. Some people go through the obstacles up front and they learn on the way up. Other people, maybe you create a story for whatever reason. The timing, you know, the contacts, this, that, the other happens faster. Don't let that fool you, right? There is no such thing as overnight success that lasts, okay? At the end of the day, you're going to have to develop yourself, raise your own leadership. John C. Maxwell, some of you guys are at our ND experience, you saw we introduced you to him, calls it the law of the lid, right? In other words, your income, your growth will only go as high as your leadership lid. It's like the thermostat in this room. You set the thermostat to a number, it might get a little warmer, but then conditioning kicks in and it comes back down. Or you might be a little bit under, it's going to raise back up. Your own leadership, your own development is the lid of your business. Does that make sense to all of you guys? Yeah. And I just share that with you. And again, you might be on either side of the equation. You might be saying, oh Blake, I'm learning as I go. Great. Or you might be someone that maybe you hit it really, really fast and you're sitting there figuring out like, oh, I still got to learn. Either way, on either side of the equation, you have to pay the price, you have to develop yourself if you want it to last. Does that make sense to everybody? Yes?
Yes.
And I only share that with you directly because am I in the room of the leaders of Maine, yes or no?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
You guys, the growth of this whole market is determined by you guys in this room. It's nobody else, right? You know, it's interesting. I can't give sales numbers, right? We're a part of a public company until we release all this stuff kind of publicly. I can't tell you exactly where we finished last year. But I'll give you kind of examples and ranges. In 2009, when we launched a challenge, we did about 13 million in sales. Okay? In 2010, that 13 million jumped to over 30. And we were excited. We're like, 13 to 30? Wow! 2011, that 30 jumped to over 230. Okay? That made us the fastest growing company in direct sales. Direct Selling News gave us the reward of the entire industry on planet Earth. We were the fastest growing direct selling company, okay, documented. You guys, last year, that 230 number jumped over 600. We ended between 600 and 700 million last year. 13 to 30 to 230 to over 600, not not normal. It's happened like never in this industry. And I want you guys to understand that that's the pace that we're at. That's the company that you're a part of. You know, someone asked me, they said, like, what's it like to be the founder of the fastest growing network marketing company? True answer, don't care. I think if you ask Nick and Ryan, they'll probably tell you the same thing. Don't care. Because it was never our goal to be the fastest growing network marketing company. It was never our goal to be the #1 network marketing company. Matter of fact, guys, the direct sales network marketing industry is way too small of a sandbox for us. The goal's always been about something more. It's always been about creating a, multi-billion-dollar international global household brand. Right? Something that goes out there and really impacts millions and millions of people. Be a solution, right, to one of the #1 problems. It's always been about something more. I see the copycats come across my desk, and it's like there's so many companies coming into this space that want so bad to be us. And I see them, you guys may not see them out here, I see them every day. And I find myself looking at that and going, they want so bad to be us. They try to emulate, copy, do this. But the only reason that we're us is because from day one when we were nothing, it was always about something more. Right? If the vision's only to be this, they're never going to come even close, guys. People follow vision. Would you agree with me on that one?
Yeah.
Right? And it's got to be about something more. Yes, and that's what you're a part of. And I share that with you, and for yourself included, even down on a promoter level. I think every promoter deserves. You put in the work, you run the play, you do it long enough, you deserve every lifestyle component you can have. You deserve the heated seats out here, right? You deserve, I was down in Vero Beach last week before I did an event out there, and before I flew to Canada. I was at Kyle Passetti's new house. You guys know Kyle Passetti, right? One of our top promoters. And it was awesome. First time his new place, he literally spent a lot of last year building his dream home. And I mean, it's gorgeous. It is a massive place, right? Private community, right on the intercoastal there, in Florida. Pulling up, he's got his couple BMWs. He got this freaking obnoxious orange Lamborghini. And he walked me through, and it was an amazing place. And then he was giving me the tour, and he pointed over to his entertainment center. And he's like, "Oh, I made that." Like, "What do you mean you made that?" He's like, "Oh, I made that." I'm like, "Physically, you made that?" And then he walks me through the cabinet. He's like, "Oh, I made those." And then he walks me into his dining room table, and he's like, "I made the most gorgeous dining room table I think I've ever seen. It was all wood, 10 different species of wood, all perfectly designed." This thing was who knew Kyle, good old Kyle Passetti, good and gooder, was like a wood artist. You know what I mean? Who knew? And he literally built physically, with his hands. He built a lot of his house. I walked outside. It wasn't even a dock in the backyard. It was a dock for 2 boats, the big boat and the bigger boat, right? We had both boats, right? And literally in the morning we woke up, we were having our shakes outside. True story. Dolphins were right in his his backyard. There were dolphins playing around. And I love seeing that because I know that type of lifestyle within Visalis's walls, all that is a reflection of the people you help, right? The more people you help, the more you earn. Help enough people get what they want, you can have everything you want. But I'll tell you guys, all the lifestyle you want, even when you get there, and to get there, it's got to be about something more. That's why hopefully when you were, as leaders, listening to me earlier, it's got to be about a bigger picture, right? It's got to be about helping people. It's got to be about making an impact. And if you really focus on that as the mission, as the cause, I'm telling you, everything else along the way, you'll get, you'll earn, you'll deserve, and you'll do it a whole lot faster if it's not just about you. Does that make sense to you guys? Yeah. And you got to get that. That's the difference. I see a lot of people that make decisions because of their own greed or their own bank account. And that's not us, right? The reason I think we attract the people we attract, we do what we do, is because it is about something more. It's about something what? More. Okay? So I share that with you. The interesting next slide, I'll show you something I'm kind of proud of. When we do release our numbers, and a lot of these companies release their numbers, what I think you'll find is that Visalis, the company you're a part of, is passing some of the biggest household brands that exist, right? How many of you guys have heard of Jenny Craig, right? Nutrisystem. This is crazy to me. If you were to go out, I know there's nobody outside in Maine right now, it's freaking freezing. But in normal condition, right? If you were to go, it's wicked outside, wicked cold. I'm going to take off, I'm going to learn wicked cold and lobster. Lobster. But you go out there, and I forget what I was going to talk about. Now I'm on Maine language. Here's the point. You go out and talk to people. 9 out of 10 people, if you ask, hey, who Nutrisystem is or who Jenny Craig is, 9 out of 10 are going to say what? Yeah, all right, they're going to say, yeah, I know, I think, do you guys know who Nutrisystem and Jenny Craig are out here?
Yeah.
All right, most people do, right? 9 out of 10 people that you talk to are going to say, yeah, I know who those companies are. You ask those same 10 people if they've heard of the Body by Challenge, 9 out of 10 are going to say, no. Yet we passed those companies last year. We're bigger than Jenny Craig, bigger than Nutrisystem, guys, chasing down Weight Watchers. We're the second largest weight loss company in North America, and nobody knows who we are. Entrepreneurs call that what? Opportunity. All right? You guys, and I don't know what all these brands are. It baffled me that we passed the New York Yankees in sales, right? It baffled me. UFC fans, we did more revenue than the UFC last year. You guys are part of a company, right, that passed the UFC, passed the Yankees. And I don't want you to sit here and look at that and go, oh, good for the company, good for the ambassador. No, good for you. Am I in a room with the leaders of Maine or not? Yeah. Are you guys the leaders of Maine or not? Yeah. You guys, you're helping create that. That's something you should be proud of, right? You should be proud of that. You're helping, even if you're an RD, you just hit RD. Because you're key. You're a key component. Our regional directors are our leadership force. We wouldn't have a market up here. There wouldn't be people transforming their bodies if it weren't for the people in this room. We wouldn't be here. So you guys should look at that with an element of pride. That's what you're helping create. Does that make sense to all of you guys? Yes? Yes. So the cool news is all that was done before the new challenge, which is kind of scary. Now, how many of you have already seen positive results in your business because of the new challenge the last couple weeks? Guys, it's been insane. It's been insane. Last month, I know some of you have heard the numbers, right? We ended up finishing way up in terms of growth. I'll give you some key things that I was excited about. New customers up over 150%. 150% a month, new customers over the previous month, last month. Probably the biggest thing that jumped off the map, which was crazy to me, and this is the updated stat for ambassadors. I think Nick gave you early numbers before the close. I'll give you the official after. The number of people that got their product for free for the first time ever last month, in the month of January, was up 650%. Wow. Guys, hello? Hello? New customers up 650% over last month in terms of number of people getting their product for free. Can you talk about behavior? Guys, this is what's happening. The new challenge is absolutely taking off this year and working the way that it's intended to work, right? And hopefully some of you guys are starting to see a lot of those gains if you've started to take the message and really drive that into your organization. Now I want you to tell you, the new challenge, okay? This is important as leaders to understand. This is not a promotion. This is not a, let's launch the new year and roll out some new stuff. The new challenge is the first time since 2009 that we as a company reshifted or recrafted our message. Guys, I'll tell you, if there's one thing we're very good at is we know how to roll out the right message at the right time. In 2009, we rolled out the right message at the right time. You guys know that message. Whether you studied it or not, or consciously realized it or not, you know the message. We launched the Body by 90-Day Challenge, right? All based on a shake that actually replaces a what? Meal. Where you don't spend, but you actually save money by using the shake. Right? You select one of how many kits? 5. You prefer 3, you get it for? 3 for free stars and? Cars. This is all stuff that you know just like that. You got in the room knowing this stuff, right? Whether you decided to learn it or not, you mastered a message, you went out there and duplicated it, and you got to regional director and above. Okay? What I'm telling you is this is the first time since 2009 that we reinvented our core message. This is really important. Okay? How many of you take your business seriously? For real. And don't answer again if it's not the truth. How many of you, and it's fine if it's not everybody, how many of you honestly, you see yourself, no matter how long it takes, no matter how many times you fall down, you're going to bounce back up, how many see yourself as a black jacket, 6-figure earning, ambassador? That's where you see your, okay, that's a lot of the room.
Yes.
Okay. Now, how many of you, if I asked you right now to recite all 6 reasons to take on the challenge in 2013, could name all 6? Verbatim. You may call on me, right? I thought you'd take your business seriously. Been at this for 4 weeks plus. Guys, as leaders, we have to master the message. Okay? Master the what? Message. It's the best message we've ever had. Is the new challenge better than the old challenge? Yes. Is it? Yes.
Yes.
Hello?
Yes.
We became number 1 off the old challenge, which means that was the best message in the industry. It was the best message in the weight loss sector. It was the best message in the direct selling network marketing sector because we became what? Number 1. And the new message, the new challenge, is better. It's the best message we've ever had. It's the best message that's ever hit the weight loss industry. It's the best message that's ever hit the direct selling industry. Guys, it's the best message. We have to master the what? We have to master the message. Have to master the message. Okay? Have to get this down internally, inside and out. You got to put the energy and time in. You got to make it your own. You got to own it, and you got to take that to your organization. 100%. 90-day money back results.
Guaranteed.
Save money, get it for free. Results guaranteed. Save money, get it for free. Results
Guaranteed.
learn it. You guys heard me say it in front of the room, intentionally. Hello? Your challenge parties? Guys, come on. Your challenge parties, you reinforce, look, you're going to save money by replacing meals. You can get it for free. And now there's 90-day results guaranteed. You have nothing to lose but
Wait.
you're getting it. Your customer enrollment should go through the roof. Matter of fact, I would venture to say that your conversion in a challenge party should be up over 90%. Over 9 out of 10 people that sit in your challenge party should at least become a customer because they really have nothing to lose. Now, is it okay if they don't become a promoter and they just become a customer? The answer is what?
Yes.
Guys, I see a lot of people that are spending too much energy trying to force people to become promoters. Some people are meant to be entrepreneurs, some people are not. Let customers be customers, let entrepreneurs be entrepreneurs, right? Customers be customers, promoters be promoters. Can we do this?
Yes.
Guys, focus on that customer, and your customer acquisition should go through the roof. If your customer acquisition is not going through the roof in your team, you haven't adopted the new challenge. You have not mastered the new message. You haven't got that into your organization. Can we do this?
Yes.
Can we do this?
Yes.
How much prizes are we up to?
47.
Come on, say it like it's cool. How much prizes are we up to?
47.
Project?
10.
What's Project 10?
Lose 10 pounds.
$10,000.
What's Project 10?
Wait, $10,000 to 10 people lose 10 pounds every week.
Ah, you guys are getting it. Yeah, some of you guys realize, oh, the answers are always on the scoreboard. We're giving away
$10,000
to
10
people lose
10 pounds
every
week.
Project 10 is not, well, we're selecting 5 males and 5 females. If it's in by Thursday, we'll select on Monday, each get $1,000. That's true. That's not the message. It's not, well, you can lose 10 pounds or gain 10 pounds. I lost 3, I built it, and we're giving away $10,000, and we're doing it every week. That's true, but that's not the message. Okay? We're giving away to lose every week. Learn it. Okay? Learn it. We're selecting challenge finalists now every month. Right? Got the first ones last month. This month we're selecting 3 more, so we're on a brand new cycle. So if you have anybody finishing their 90 days, submit. If anybody's finishing their challenge, get them to enter. Where do they go to enter? Enter.buy.com. Real simple. Enter.buy.com is where they enter, both Project 10 and the challenge. Okay? The transformation vacation has been transformed. We now call it the... How much is the shopping spree? Where's it at?
Beverly Hills.
How come the women always know those? Challenge Trainer is a brand. I want everybody to understand this. Challenge Trainer is a brand. It's the name of our educational curriculum that we're rolling out. You're going to start seeing here in the next few weeks this hit pretty hard. Emails, videos. We're going to be working a lot with Aldo in the back of the room, really doing a lot to revamp mobile applications, right? Challenge.com, a lot of the things him and his team are doing. There's an entire video team and department working on content. At the end of the day, our job as promoters is to help people succeed on their challenge. That should be your job. You guys, that's it. Help people what? Succeed. Your job's not to sign them up. If your job is to sign them up and get paid on Monday, you're going to have a very short-term business. Do you guys want short-term or long-term business?
Long-term.
Then focus on helping them what?
Succeed.
Okay? Challenge Trainer is a whole rollout to help you help them succeed. Focused on the consumer, giving them all the tips, education, and resources. That's called Challenge what?
Trainer.
Challenge what?
Trainer.
Guys, on the website, do.buy.com, Nick does this video, right? Watch it over and over and over again until you've mastered the message. Okay? Master the message. Also on do.buy.com, you know there's a video that I do down below. Okay? I know it's long. I know there's a lot of fine print on the flyer. How many of you guys take your business seriously? then you got to know how it what?
Works.
How it works. Okay? Watch this stuff. Put in the time. Am I in a room of leaders of Maine?